Yeah, that's actually pretty all right.
That's all right.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Happy Thursday night live and stuff.
And things.
And stuff.
By the way, this is Grundle. He is my child and I love him.
Yes.
If you guys haven't met Grundle, this is Grundle. He is a uh, ESA anchor object that I have started to cultivate. So um, there is a reason why I talk to Grundle and I introduce him to people and things like that. One is I'm batshit insane. The other one is uh, the proper way to actually develop an anchor object is to submerge it in that particular emotion or space so that when you present it to spirits or other entities that may need that particular anchor object, you wind up having the right stuff for the right time. So this is Grundle. The other reason why is full disclosure. I want Grundle to be a proper ESA. So I tell Grundle I love him. And as he is presented on camera, and you guys talk to Grundle too, Grundle also feels the love. So he understands what reciprocation is. Think of it like metaphysical AI, only without the controversy and the bullshit. You hear that, buddy? You're less complicated.
He's a sweet boy.
He is a sweet boy. He is a good boy.
He's your child.
And I love him. Also, you can see Gimp Bear lurking in the corner. Gimp Bear has not disappeared. He has actually become better at his job.
He's getting more discreet.
He is. He's learning.
He even has himself a hat. I will get Gimp Bear because Gimp Bear needs a little love. Everybody's Gimp needs a little love.
Everybody's Gimp needs a little love. We have a ticker.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Uh-huh.
It's fine. I don't know how he had this there. That'll work. Gimp Bear's just going to be chilling behind me, as he usually is.
So we'll get into the topic and everything here very shortly. Just wanted to disclose what was going on with, the whole Grundle thing. Now, full disclosure, yes, I wanted to create an egregore for Gimp Bear, and I have succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
Grundle is something different because Grundle is anchored to me, and he is a particularly developed pseudo life. There may be a 300 level class coming up somewhere in the summer that goes over how to do that safely. If you guys would be interested, notice how I put that, how to do that safely. Gonna say it again, how to do it fucking safely. Because everybody would like to make fucking cookies in the oven. Some motherfuckers need their hands slapped. So, as far as things that we have going on this month,
we're busy this month, y'all. So next weekend we actually have the 300 series classes. We're going to go over a couple of really cool things.
Looking at gridding. So a lot of you have been asking us for a stone gridding class, how to do what it is, how it functions. We'll be doing that, as well as going over more advanced energies. So we're not talking about the motion or the flow of energy specifically. We're talking about types that you guys may run into.
That one's going to be a fun class. Both are going to be pretty fun. Steve's teaching both. So if you have any questions kind of leading up to them, please feel free to message us, comment on that post that we've got circulating. We've also got it pinned to the top of our page. We do also have another post that we have circulating right now. Where do you want to see SMX this year?
We have a very unique and wonderful opportunity, and we may be able to make a lot of things actually work this year through generous donation. So that being the case, we may be able to actually find an event or be able to come out and see some of you guys. A little bit more towards actually coming out to spend time and be at an event as opposed to having to work a case. So we're looking forward to that. Wanting to make sure that they're feasible events. If possible, multi-day is preferred, but it doesn't mean that we won't try to make it work otherwise.
There are a couple that I have tried to look into. So I know Michigan is one that's been tossed around quite a bit. That event is fully booked up. So
we are currently on a wait list.
Yes. So I'm hoping we can get into that one. We'll see. But please do feel free to comment on that post and let us know where you would like to see us. If you have an event specifically in mind, please feel free to let us know in the comments on that post. You can even let us know here. It'll give me kind of a direction to go off of, but I am also down to look for specific portions of states or cities. That's also something I'm looking into. So everybody that's already commented on that post, I am actually looking into different events that we could potentially go to in that area, somewhere close.
We actually spent a good hour and a half going through your all's events and booking a couple of them, and or at least getting them on a list to be booked. And then looking into some of the others. A couple of the ones that you guys have asked us to be at currently aren't feasible due to travel constraints. And what I mean by that is just cost of travel. If you're going to have 2 people and then a $600 booth fee, and each person's ticket is $400 on average
to fly or something like that,
with room and board and food and rental, you're looking at $2,000 to come out for a single day for some of these events. And that's a little bit not okay for us, at least as far as financially.
Currently. If you guys help us get to 5,000 followers, we may be in a different situation. A shameless plug. Shameless plug. But as far as the rest of events this month, the 3rd weekend of the month, so not next weekend, the weekend after that. Let me look at the date real quick. The 21st and 22nd, we are going to be at the local gig. It's the Central Kentucky Mystical Market. So that is at 1165 Center Parkway here in Lexington, Kentucky.
We're going to be there in full force. Missy and Mandy of Triple Goddess are going to be there with Robin. And, Mr. Tyree is going to be there. I think Mr. Boggle is going to be making an appearance. April's, I'm saying that plural. The Aprils will be there.
The Aprils. Actually, I think, I'm not sure.
Druzy, what's it? And
no, Druzy's actually going to be in a different event. There's a lot of events going on this month. So if you hear us continuously talk about them, we're trying to plug not only the events that we're going to be at, but the ones that, the people that we really trust and that we send you guys to. We want to make sure that their events are pumped too.
Well, of course.
Share the love or whatever.
Right. We're all in it together, supposedly.
Trying to be. So the last weekend of the month, the 28th. Oh, there's one April.
Sup.
Plinkies can't be. We have E-Town. Yeah, that's right. So Plinkies and both Aprils are actually going to be in E-Town at Miss Bev's event.
Yep.
So that is another event that's going on the same weekend. Hi, everybody that's tossed in. And then the last weekend of the month, the 28th and 29th, we're going to be in
Eastgate,
Ohio.
So up in Cincy for the light market, it'll be a Sacred Journey market. And it's going to have some interesting hours this go. So 1 to 8 p.m. on Saturday. And then Sunday, I believe, is 11 to 5.
Yes. So it'll be a fun time. Come out and see us if you can. Handshake, hug, high five, all that good business.
We might be doing something as far as a talk or a seminar or what's this. I have no idea.
But we'll have some interesting people at the booth.
We will.
Come see us.
Yeah, we'll have a couple of new faces, and especially for some of you that haven't met them yet, and a couple of newer faces for some of those who have met the first two. Yeah. So it should be absolutely stellar. It's always a fun time.
And then just as a reminder, Steve is going to be out of the office the first week of April for his birthday. We'll still answer your questions if you send them via DM or, if you send it on the Google Voice, feel free to. I know the SMX Paranormal email is still circulating as well. We have a flyer going for that. So if you have a specific place you want us to investigate, toss it on that post. It'll give the girls something to start working with so we can maybe get some stuff booked.
Absolutely. Better to be busy than bored. And truthfully, we would rather be busy.
Yeah, we don't do bored well.
No, we do dumb shit when we're bored.
Yeah. But catch up on a couple comments. Thanks to everybody who has shared us out, and hi guys.
Thank you all very much.
Mike said, Grundle!
He is my child and I love him.
Yes.
Yes.
Jake said, talking to a stuffed animal to cope with the lack of human interaction. Glad I don't do anything like that. Awkward look and then just tentacles. Another Grundle shout out. And he's got those big, strong teeth.
He do.
Him smiles underneath his mustache.
He do.
And April with Plinkies, if you want to drop the link to y'all's page, you can do it, April.
Like, we whore you guys out, but you guys can also whore yourselves out. The one thing about that, we don't mind if you guys plug your projects or your pages or different things. Please wait on us to acknowledge you before you do.
Yeah. Because, usually we don't mind doing it. Just, give us the opportunity to.
That.
But she said, we take our bear all over. And Dad said, get bears in the house.
Get bear, and he is. He's back behind Pat.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
It's all fuzzy back there. Tyree said, grab Hopper. He needs love, too. Well, you can grab Hopper when you get back, man. You can introduce Hopper, too.
Mm-hmm.
April said, Ryan doesn't let me bake anymore. Talking about baking cookies. Thanks, everybody who shared us out.
Thank you all very much.
Very much. Huntsville several times as far as where do we want to go.
Everything is bigger in Texas.
Loaded double barrel. Anyway, Mothman. Mike, I'm not sure. Mothman.
Random drop.
Random drop of Mothman. Renee said Connecticut, of course. I can look into some places. I haven't looked much into Connecticut as far as a spot to pop into. Now, that is an interesting point, too. SMX does New Orleans, ? Gets up close and personal with the lady in white, ...
I would actually be down for that. And for a number of reasons. I think it'd be really fun to do the whole New Orleans thing. And actually look into some of these entities and haunted locations. I know that it's full of vampires and shit, and that's okay because I vibe with vampires. It's all right.
Same.
But
sometimes.
But as far as the stuff that you don't have to worry about, the or the bite, yeah, I would actually enjoy going to New Orleans and having some fun. Go sleep in someone else's mausoleum for a little while.
Yeah. You got me with the...
Oh, don't. Grundle, you having issues, man.
It's because you were like... Or the bite. She's like, where's it coming from?
Hit the deck.
Hit the deck. Fuck. Hi, Redmond. And... Blue Lotus does have a grand opening tomorrow in Lexington for their new shop at 5 p.m. Hi, Deb. Hey, since you're in the comments, if you want to drop the link to Rocky Hounds to y'all's page, please do.
You could.
Deb's got raw stuff and she's awesome. That sounded awful, and I just realized that. I'm so sorry.
Even Grundle is sad at you. Notice how I put that too. Sad at you. Like, this motherfucker doesn't have the ability to feel sadness, and he's sad towards you.
Rocky Hounds does raw crystals, and
We have a ticker and a grundle
and a grundle
for emotional support.
and a gimp bear. I'm so sorry. But Deb, if you want to put the link to the Rocky Hounds page, I know you've got a couple of really cool pieces that you've gotten recently. The Mothman Fest in West Virginia.
Gotcha. Because if all that was there was Mothman, I'm like, what are we, like, tackling him in the woods or something?
We're playing slap ass with Mothman.
A slap ass.
Because, like, that's the only thing I ever see about the statue is that it's fully caked out. And I'm like, dude.
That's what y'all take from that?
Shit.
Give a little more icing to that cake.
And yeah, that's true. Technically, we do slut our friends out. They would be whoring themselves by posting. Actually. True, but we're happy to do it.
We are.
That's an interesting idea too. San Antonio for De los Muertos.
Huh.
For Day of the Dead.
Uh-huh.
There's a Paracon in July in New Orleans. See, now that'd be interesting.
That could be dangerous.
I may be looking into that later. That would be a lot of fun. Although I think July's pretty slammed too.
I'm not sure.
That is the one thing that I've noticed is a lot of the cons and events this year are pretty much on top of each other.
Yeah. Everybody has planned the same weekends for a lot of the bigger stuff. It's like, why? Why are you doing this? No. We can't. We're not a big enough team to be everywhere all at once.
God, that'd be terrifying.
Wouldn't it?
Grundle can be, though. So can Gimp Bear.
Gimp Bear is everywhere all at once. You just haven't noticed him yet. Watch for the hot breathing on your neck.
Speaking of that, Jake said, yay, gumbo, bread pudding, and loose women.
And cheap booze, man.
And cheap booze.
And cheap booze. You got to have that hot cognac going on.
Oh, God. Mike goes, Deb's got rocks. Hi, Seneca.
What's up, Bubba?
He said love and peace.
Absolutely, bud. Absolutely.
God, I got fucking... I laughed so hard that I got face moisturizer in my eye. Deb said, I have no clue how to drop a link, but there's an 80% chance if you guys are in an event, I'll be there too. Which is true. Deb will also be at Sacred Journey.
She will be.
And I'm pretty sure she's actually also going to be at the Central Kentucky Mystical Market this month.
Yeah, I can't speak for them, her and Teresa, but usually, yeah, if we're around, so are they.
April said, look, I can and will hug Mothman.
I mean, that's a choice. Just follow the screeches and the noises in the woods.
And it looks like April actually was able to tag Deb for Rocky Hound, so thank you for that. Good. Yes, Seneca, fully caked out. That's all I ever hear about Mothman. That and the fact that the statue is like bright silver in the sun. It's only those two things that I ever hear about that whole thing. Deb, I could not imagine 10,000 people in that little spot. It might be fun though. It might be fun. Mike said, just need a cardboard box, a stick, and some string. Gonna catch me a ripped ass Mothman.
That's good. It's good.
Shit. Oh my God. Deb said everything I want to do is on the same 2 weekends this year. For fucking real. I don't know what happened. Everybody just decided to pick the same dates. And that is a solid point too. Apparently that Paracon is smack ass in the middle of hurricane season.
Fitting.
It could be fun though.
It could be.
Y'all want to go catch some hurricane water?
Now,
I mean, that could be fun.
that you want to talk about some storm water.
If Kent Bear comes near me and Minnie C will send you a box of ripped up black intimidation leather strips and stuffing.
Gimp Bear's love.
Kent Bear is life. That's true. I forgot about that. They do put coins in Mothman's butt cheeks. I shit you not. We have a ticker, but for real, that is all I ever hear about fucking Mothman in that statue.
I mean, pay your dues or whatever.
Through his butt?
Why not? I mean, it's Mothman. No one knows the full story.
Anyway, because I mean, that's a fair fucking point. Lisa Snyder said haunted mines in Arizona. That could be fun.
Mhm.
I'll have to look into that too. Mike, I'm down to play in the hurricane.
SBX in New Orleans, and we're all getting like either swept into the side of wall of the fucking storm while everybody else is in the eye. Or literally surfing on a piece of somebody's roof going, yep, this is what we expected.
Renee's fucking Renee said they have put a lot of things in Mothman's butt cheeks. And then Deb immediately said, I'll admit I patted the shiny hiney. Today's topic: how to violate statues of cryptid and other whip delights. I mean, I was gonna start talking about the actual topic when we got to the end of the comments. Y'all have just been on top of it today. I appreciate the fuck out of it, honestly.
You're saving her.
Yeah. Gettysburg on the 4th of July.
I mean, I'd be here for it. But you want to talk about Tornado of Souls?
Yeah. What's a little rain, LOL? There's also music vendors and costumes. Oh my. That one was Mike.
I mean, I'm here for that.
Yeah. Y'all are tossing out some awesome ideas, though. I'll have to look into a few of them. So, jumping into tonight's actual topic, eclipse season. Last month, we talked a lot about different things, especially involving love and the interesting things you can get into with that. So, be good to yourselves. Please don't fucking do love spells. For the love of fuck. Please don't. But we went over a lot of stuff last month that involved different perspectives on love and the interesting things that you can get into with it. So, why is that important going into eclipse season? A couple of reasons. One, because a lot of the lunar eclipses are actually really good for releasing that emotional energy, releasing a lot of the things that have held you back. Specifically, the lunars. They're really good into karmic situations. So, what does that mean coming straight out of fucking love month or whatever it was? Because February was rough on a few people. But it's an interesting progression because now seeing where we started last month, you can actually look at where the eclipses can come into play. If you saw some issues last month and it kind of raised a couple of questions, now you have the opportunity, especially in the next like 5 or 6 hours, to actually do a little bit of shadow work and journaling on why those may be a thing or what it is that you can do differently about those different situations. Love comes in many forms, and that's why I'm not being directly specific. It can be self-love, which is where a lot of the earth signs actually ran into an issue with the with the eclipses. It showed a lot of people where it was that they were lacking those specific portions of love. With a lot of the fire signs, it showed them where a lot of the daily habits are actually an issue. And so if they were struggling that way, that's a bit more of an idea as to why. And the water and winds kind of got a mix of both. A lot of the intimacy and following through on what it was that they needed to complete karmatically. So, how is that important to each one of you? Well, it gives you the opportunity to actually reflect. So if you're wanting to actually start over and make things better for yourself, this is a great opportunity for that. You actually have the chance to look inward and you have the chance to get some of this stuff out, because there's a shadow period for each one of the eclipses as well. It's about 48 hours. So since it's the 5th, we're rocking real close to that edge, which is part of the reason why I thought it would be a good idea to talk about that tonight. Because the energy itself is a bit freaking intense, especially to those of you that are really sensitive to the energetic shifts. So be very mindful, drink your water, ground, and try to stay on top of the headaches, because the fucking tension migraines can get pretty rough.
Also, speaking about water, so there are a lot of people that do moon water, which is wonderful. There are a lot of people that do sun water. That's wonderful. And there are a lot of people that do different types of rain, storm. There's also those who do eclipse water. Now, as far as eclipse water is concerned, it's wonderful when you're using it for breaking karmic circles, for um, allowing someone to pass on their grieving or their mania or obsessions or bad habits. It's good for unfucking yourself more than it is anything else. If you are using it in a concoction to do things, i.e., what a lot of people would call a potion or, some kind of apothecary mix, do not ingest it.
No.
That's going to reset a lot more than just your emotional, situation or your particular mental state that you are in. Drinking Eclipse water causes a lot of trouble because then it's up to where it goes and how it's used as to what changes within you. Now, there is something important. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of those people that are like, well, if you keep your intentions and if you do, things correctly, you're not going to get fucked up by it. However, guess what? This is one of those things where that does not matter.
It's not going to be an issue if oh shit, I left my fucking water in the car last night. It happened to be during the eclipse.
No,
That's not going to be a problem.
Like if you set a jar out with the intention of it literally getting imbued by the energy of that eclipse, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Felt the need to clarify. But especially for those of you that digest different emotions or that help process different emotions, that could fuck you up. If you drink Eclipse water, especially, it's one thing to bathe in it. If you're doing it for a specific purpose with a specific intent, that's what the key factor is here.
There are certain kinds of root works and concoctions and different things, remedies that you use a little bit of Eclipse water for, but they are very, very niche. It's not something that you typically just pull out. And just straight drinking it doesn't do anything drastic immediately. And that's why people think that it's okay and everything's great. And then about a week or two later, they're like, who the fuck am I? Where do I go in life? Well, I know I've got all these opportunities, but what do I do with it? Oh no. Why do I have decision paralysis? And why am I stationary? Not just stagnant, stationary in my own life. That's why. Because it's fucking eclipse water. As your body processes it, it takes things with it based off of the type of eclipse that you decided to imbue that water with. Be aware of what you're doing. Not every eclipse or every full moon is the same.
No. Each one has different purposes. Each one does something completely fucking different. You can set new moon water out and you can set full moon water out, and it'll have two separate fucking effects. It's the other reason why solar eclipses feel different than lunar eclipses. Not to mention the pull that the moon actually has on the body is a fucking thing. Anybody in metaphysics, NER, schools can tell you exactly when the fucking full moon is.
100%. Almost to the day without ever having to look at a calendar. And think about that. You're doing that and giving that pull complete, unadulterated license to do whatever it is that it's going to do perpetually until the next type of that eclipse.
Which, for those of you curious, that'd be 2028. So you got another 2 years if you chose to do that. Don't recommend it. PSA, Spirit Mechanics does not endorse you drinking eclipse water or moon water.
For recreational reasons.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. I would rather we have a ticker. I would rather you go out and drink irresponsibly, as long as you have somewhere to go that's safe and people with you. I'd rather you go out and drink irresponsibly for yourself than drink fucking moon or eclipse water.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do a lot less damage.
So, right now we're actually sandwiched in between two separate eclipses, coming on the tail end of the blood moon eclipse, which is actually a good thing. One, because we're going to be all right for a little while before the next eclipse. So it'll give people time to adjust, because that's something else that you have to take into account with this, is that if you did set intentions and you did actually do some shadow work, you actually let some shit go, you have to let it take effect. It's going to do it fast, and you have to remember that your mind and body have to catch up with that. Spirit's already down. It's one of the first things that always clicks. Mind and the body are what take the longest. So, and I've seen a couple questions. I'll grab them real quick. Does full moon eclipse charge crystals differently? Yes. So depending on the crystals that you set out and depending on the intention, it could completely change them.
And you have to think of the reason why. Setting stones out in an eclipse literally resets them. That's the point. It literally resets the stones. So it's not a situation of it just going, well, we're going to charge, these stones and have this situation. It's we're releasing what they were charged with initially and replacing it. So the energy of the moon before an eclipse, during the eclipse, and after the eclipse are all three different energies. You have the build-up to the shadow, where everything is purged. You have the moment where the eclipse is actually happening. And this is where you want to do your programming. This is the time that you actually want to work with your crystals and do your thing. And then allow your crystals to be charged by the renewing energy after the eclipse actually happens. So if you do anything beforehand, it's not really going to matter. If you have your stones out in the moonlight, it's not really going to fucking matter. What's going to matter is the intention set during the moment of the eclipse itself.
It'll clear it though.
Oh, by God, it will. Oh, man. That'll be the cleanest crystal you've probably ever held.
Which, I mean, is a good thing, because that is something to kind of keep in mind, is if you set quartz crystals to do certain things and you haven't been able to reset one, Eclipse will fucking do it.
Oh, yeah. It's very good for banishment. It's very good for purging. not just emotions and mental states, but also spiritual issues, as long as you are willing to let them go.
That's kind of the kicker.
Yeah, saying, well, I'm ready to purge all this stuff and everything is cool and awesome afterwards. And you go through the eclipse and you feel great, and then immediately go, fuck that thing that I was thinking about 15 minutes before this eclipse started doing. All it's going to do is build right the fuck back up. It's kind of like going back to old habits when they're not good for you, or being that one individual that nobody likes to help move. And I know that a lot of you understand what I mean by that. So it's literally that kind of a situation. If you purge it, and then while it's trying to fly away, you snatch hold of it and go, well, maybe not yet, that's on you. Um, so I felt the need to say that because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are like, well, I did that and it didn't work. Well, when you wake up the next day and you're like, well, fuck, it's still a problem. Guess what? It's still a problem. If you give things away, they are a gift. You don't take them back. If you take them back, there's going to be some animosity and some weird.
Does cloudy conditions change what an eclipse does to people, stones, etc.?
Nope.
The energy is going to still be the same. Also, for those of you that have been seeing weird fucking shit.
Yeah, well.
It's the other reason why I wanted to talk about that.
That one, ladies and gents, would be the Ring of Fire eclipse that we had. That one was the one that actually made everybody's shit go, and everybody go, oh fuck, it is real. And it's like, well, yes. It's been here longer than we have. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. It's just a frequency that we typically can't pick up. So our brain doesn't go, object there, be do. No, it derps around and goes, I'll hit the wall eventually.
That's the thing, though, is that right now it's a different type of duality. It's a different type of balance, because not only are you able to see the light side of the moon, you're also able to see the dark side of the moon. And because of that shit,
Pink Floyd had it right.
Pink Floyd had it right. You're probably going to be seeing some weird fucking shit. And yeah, dreaming weird shit does definitely count as well.
Mm-hmm. The other big thing to remember is eclipses, whether solar or otherwise, to some degree involve placement of the moon. The moon may not exactly be the star of the show when it comes to certain things, but
the moon is always the star of the show. Continue, please.
But it is a situation where the moon's pull, the ebb and flow of it, is always going to be some part of things. So you have to think, if the moon is the feminine energy that lends towards your clairs, your intuition, the way that things function energetically, the whispers of source, God, nature, whatever, then of course you're going to see weird shit when everything resets and there's nothing to tell you no. Of course, you're going to see weird shit when your mind opens up after an eclipse and goes, well, maybe. And there's this, one chance for you to actually have an encounter or to have a vision or a prophetic dream or whatever else. And you're like, oh, fuck, well, I guess. That's the big thing with eclipses. It gets you out of the way. It takes you out of the equation so that shit can actually naturally work. You can't tell the flow no, or how energy decides to work with you or how you interpret it, you can't tell that no. The eclipse dictates what it is that is in the way and purges it, whether that's self doubt or some kind of self defeating prophecy or some kind of conditioning from social situations or familial situations. It'll purge that shit in a heartbeat.
Something else to note is that the veil is beyond super fucking thin right now.
Oh, it's like rice paper and has refused to heal. Typically, there is an ebb and flow to that as well. And the veil right now has refused to heal. Usually by now, we've started to build back up to a point where it's a lot more static. It's a lot more tangible. There's a clear partition. Anymore, there's really not.
Yeah.
It's like rice paper. Anything could and has been just poke a hole straight through it and then tear.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen weird shit lately, that's probably why. That, and if you feel out of fucking balance because balance is now currently what it is that's chaotic, give it a few days. Then touch some grass, drink you some water, have some caffeine. It'll be okay. Because I'm pretty sure that that's what people actually really needed to hear, is that, yes, if you feel totally different after the eclipse, there's a reason. Everybody's different every day, but it's very much no going back unless you did grab a hold of those parts that you supposedly let go of.
Can't be an Indian giver. That's not how that works. Oh, well, I'm giving you this gift out of the love of my heart, or you can take this. I don't need it. On the second thought, can I have that back? The eclipse is literally just going to be like, it's mine, to give it to me.
Yeah. And if you did decide to charge some interesting stuff like herbs in the eclipse,
use them for the right spells, use them for the right conjurations. Understand that what you're going to be using that for is a reset for the things that those herbs and oils and different things would actually stand for. So be aware of that when you're actually doing some kind of working.
Catching up on a couple of comments. I can't touch grass. It's still buried under snow. Fuck, I'm sorry, Russ. Renee said, a dream that has not been trumped in a hot minute. Again, 1800s in an open-aired operation. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to scroll back up to the top. Hurricane equals party time. Meanwhile, I'm reminded why I don't believe in cryptids. Exhibit A here. That's kind of fair. We did go on for a minute about, Mothman's caked out butt. Mine was a gift from a Florida hurricane. Hi, Shelly. Jake said I have bathwater from a streamer that has been known to give herpes to people who drank it. That's all I have to add to this conversation. Damn. Hurricanes. If you drink hurricane water, you're probably going to violently poop.
Yeah.
It was asked.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. I use Eclipse water in my fuck off spray.
Yep. 'Tis a thing.
I accidentally drank Ryan's moon water last year. That was fun. I fucking bet.
It'll get you there.
Isn't that why we drink bourbon, to ease the pain of the water?
Yeah.
Now, that being said, if you chose to drink during the eclipse, you probably got lit. So please drink responsibly during eclipses. Lisa Snyder said, I have fibromyalgia and these few weeks have been hard. I bet the energy has been honestly pretty insane, and it's stuff that we haven't seen for a really long time. The body can only handle so much ebb and flow, and that's part of the reason why a lot of people have been struggling with it.
This year was really set up to be a year of mass change. And, you know, evangelicals, fly by nighters, Etsy witches, witch talkers, whatever. You're self-made prophets. You're going to hear a lot of that every year. This is coming from somebody that usually doesn't subscribe to pre-made destiny or that kind of shit. I think that's bullshit. This year, 100% is going to be a year of mass change for a lot of people. And it is not going to be fun for a lot of people. And what I mean by that is that growth hurts. You go through growing pains spiritually, mentally, and physically throughout your entire life. Scientifically, you are literally a brand new person every 3 years. Brand new bone structure, brand new cellular life, brand new skin, brand new neural pathways.
Isn't that cool though?
You literally grow a new you every 3 years. And because of that, you do wind up going through some shitty shifts, some rough changes. Basically, what the eclipse does is it goes, no, we're going to do all that now. Your body can catch up later. We're going to do all the other hard work now.
Whole growth spurts while you sleep, dream walking, massive astral projection, whole bit. How's that third eye feeling? I bet those headaches have been pretty goddamn rough.
Cluster migraines.
Shelly said, yeah, not sleeping well at night the past 3 nights and taking naps during the day. It's a thing. A lot of people have been struggling, especially with the physical body, because they feel the spiritual and the mental side of things trying to move forward. The body's the part that's being held back.
'Tis the thing.
Well, that explains a lot. I've been seeing some shit the past few weeks. Yeah. Because that's the other thing, too, is a lot of these eclipses, starting out with the Ring of Fire, kind of opened your eyes literally. And it being in February, it was a heavy love month. That's part of the reason why it was really important, especially to have the blood moon right after that. You were literally sandwiched in like the perfect time to make really big changes for yourselves. That's part of the reason why you still got a few hours to do it. We're still in the shadow. We're actually on the better half of things, in the side that's going to let you actually kind of grow into yourself. Jake said, singing, I fell into a burning ring of fire. Lots of dreams.
I hear they're nice.
Sometimes.
I hear that life is but one.
Life is but a dream.
And that we should have a requiem for one.
A dooba dabba dooba dabba. Okay. Love y'all. Gotta tap out and sleep, tiny humans. Yeah, get some rest. Hopefully you can. Renee said I've been ready to rip my head off from these headaches. Dude, no kidding. And Excedrin ain't gonna touch it.
No, not really.
Some crystals can. So that is actually something that if you are having those types of issues, get you a sound healer. Tyree just popped in the comments. Or utilize some of the crystals that you didn't charge in the eclipse.
And find ones that balance you out a little bit. So looking at like yellow aventurine or serpentine, or crocodile jasper. You want to look for or sakura agate, flower agate, green tree agate's really awesome for that. Moss agate, basically grab an agate and make it your buddy. But all jokes aside, those are really good to do. We're not just talking about grounding; it's grounding to a specific purpose and having a reason to be in that state. Um, a lot of what people are doing right now is feeling the effects of what happened. And I'm going to say that again. A lot of what people have going right now is feeling the effects of what happened. Like we said, a little bit ago, the mind and the spirit are like, fuck yes, it's an eclipse. Let's go. We've got shit to do. Let's get this out of the way and let's work on this. And we're gonna charge this part of things. Let's go. Life is cool. And the body is like, what? It woke up late.
And has fog.
So it has to catch up.
Right now, it's really important to show your self-love and make sure that you're actually taking care of yourself, because your body's probably going to be sucking for a couple days, just because that's it's how it goes. It's the last thing to catch up. So if you're moving forward, you got a few more hours. I think like 5 or 7. What can you do? Set your intentions. Who do you want to be tomorrow? What do you want to actually let go of? What are you willing to actually just whoosh instead of pull it back? It's a good question to ask. And if you don't have an answer, there's your answer. Just enjoy the ride, man. If you're a new person every 3 years, that means any of the traumas that you went through, any of the negative things, you're going to catch a couple of eclipses in between there anyway. But that stuff doesn't have to hold you back. And that's a reminder that I need too. It's not just for y'all. Life is but a dream. A dooba-da, dooba-da. So Renee said, I pulled out my yellow adventuring to try tonight. Fuck yeah. A better person than I was yesterday.
That's one. That's something people should always look to be, is something better than they were yesterday. But an eclipse, that's time to actually make it happen.
It gives you the booster. It is the catalyst.
Takes workout.
It's only as difficult as you make it.
Because it should be as easy as breathing.
So, any other things to add too?
Currently, I don't think so.
Cool.
Yeah, we PSA'd and, made sure every people knew. I was like, don't drink that.
Please don't.
It's used for other things. It's kind of like kerosene. Can you drink kerosene and be okay? Sort of. Kind of fucks your head and your organs, but, that's over time.
I mean, so does moon water or eclipse water.
Exactly. It won't fuck your organs as much, but
it depends. I could definitely blow your sacral or your solar out.
Well, I mean, it's going to absolutely destroy you spiritually, just not physically at first. It's going to take a little longer. But
is blue calcite okay to use?
Blue calcite is all right to use, especially if you need emotional clarity. It's one of those kinds of things that it's just like any other calcite. It'll help out quite a bit. One of the things that I usually suggest during eclipses is blue quartz, not aqua aura, which is doctored quartz. It's ionized gold that makes it blue. No, what we're looking at is blue quartz. So the actual blue quartz itself. That's a stone of hope. Specifically, that's its job. That's its whole shtick. It's a stone of hope. Sodalite is another good one. It's Stone of Faith. Check it out. Guess where we're headed?
Faith, hope, and love, guys.
Cough, cough, cough.
Oh my God, it blared.
It sure did. It's almost like we had this planned. Uh, you know, and then lastly, yeah, Carnelian. You know, rock carnelian. It's Stone of Courage, specifically self-love and the ability to actually express yourself in healthy ways because you know who you are. Those three stones are really awesome to carry around during eclipse season. And as far as, being able to balance yourself out, the calcites will help, but only dependent on what it is that they're told to help with. You want a stone that right now takes the fucking guesswork out, because until you can narrow it down what it is that is beginning to change because of decisions you made during the eclipses, you kind of want to shotgun blast therapy. That's kind of what you really need right now.
PSA therapy is always an awesome option.
Like, no joke.
We will always
100%. I was about to say
we will always pump therapy.
It's a thing, you know. Is metaphysics awesome? Yeah, but it's just a philosophy. It's a way that you go about things. Is occultism awesome? Guess what? It's an archaic word that means dealing with the supernatural, or cough cough, the metaphysical.
Wow.
Guess what? It's practice. For all of you that are like, oh my God, he said occultism. Well, the actual definition has nothing to do with what you've been told. Like Webster's, Oxford, go look it up. It's literally a thing. But what you guys really need to take from this is that this is an overall shift for you. You know, it's not just the spirit, it's not just the mind or the body, it's all three. Got either a very hefty upgrade, you could say, or are still carrying around a fuck ton of baggage. That one's your choice. Y'all got some homework. Before you go to bed tonight, make sure to do it.
Because right now we are in that last portion of that 48 hours of shadow. This is that portion where it's actually the do it or don't. Let it go or let it not. Sit with it or actually just fucking take the chip off your shoulder. Because at the end of the day, does anybody else know that you're carrying around that baggage? Probably not.
'Tis the thing.
And Carol Garcia said, I forgot to remove the mold divide I wear. It was not fun.
I would imagine. Wow.
Damn.
But that literally was explosions.
God. Shelly said, I've been drawn to Celestite and Ocean Jasper the past few days.
That's the one. Ocean Jasper is like one of my favorite stones, if it's not like my top two, because it literally works with the ebb and flow just like the tide does. It's a wonderful stone for emotional clarity and balance, mental clarity and balance, and physical ease, whether that's pain or discomfort, different things like that. It's a wonderful stone. And then Celestite is good, especially for those who have issues with other people. Now, when I say that, I don't mean fuck that guy or that girl. What I mean is being around so many. It helps a lot with agoraphobia, so fear of crowds. It helps a lot with being a social butterfly, being able to talk plainly. It's also an awesome stone for communication and being able to be direct, even when you are nervous. It's a great public speaking stone. Like the first couple times we did seminars, and especially when we did the bigger talks, like Scarefest or going to New Jersey Para Unity, we had no idea what we were in for at that particular situation. I had that Celestite in my pocket because I'm like, yeah, well, I need to be able to speak. Don't need to choke at this. So between the two, it actually allows you to process yourself while being in the space of other people. And it just makes things a lot easier. That way, you're not in their business, they're not in yours, and you're still able to do what you need to do. It's a good combo.
Therapy is the best. Yes.
It is
Keith said yesterday is heavy. Set it down and take some steps.
legit.
Renee said dropping baggage and burning it. I'm too damn tired of carrying it, and some of it ain't even mine.
Same and true.
And that's kind of what I was getting at, is a lot of us wind up carrying a lot of baggage that wasn't even ours originally. An eclipse, especially this last little bit, is the best time to fucking get rid of it, because it takes the guesswork out, as long as you're willing to actually drop it. Keith said my modal value actually jumped back. Fair. Deb said, the world, the veins are changing colors and starting to run out of ocean, Jasper.
It's true.
Keith said, being in the space of other people is overrated these days, lol. Man, that may be the case on occasion, but calling it what it is, people need people. People need good people more than anything else. And sometimes, especially right now, it's not exactly easy to see the light. And that's part of the reason why this eclipse was so fucking important. Because it gives you the opportunity to actually realize that a lot of the things that are held on to day have no actual purpose for the rest of what it is that you need to do with your life, or could do with your life. It gives the opportunity to be that bright space for other people. The world needs to be able to pivot. Exactly. That's what eclipses are for. Because that's the cool thing too, is people that don't do the metaphysics, people that don't do the weird, even they felt the shift.
If you need to break it down to science, it's cool. You can break it down to science. The ebb and flow of the planet is disrupted during an eclipse. The magnetic pull that everybody feels, that actually works along with the Earth's own magnetic force, shifts or stops for a brief moment. And it makes the body and the mind go, what? And makes the spirit go, wee! And, at the end of the day, they have to run down a fucking hill trying to catch the spirit. That's literally what kind of happens. If you are sensitive to geomagnetics, you're going to be sensitive to the pull of the moon. So the change in tide and the change in atmospheric pressure and all kinds of things that the moon causes. So your head is going to go in a completely different direction. Your body is going to feel very different afterwards because of that. Your polarity gets changed very slightly, but just enough to be noticed.
Little hiccup.
You are a brand new person.
Isn't that fun though?
Hooray for physics. I just need to spud myself and be the new, Mr. Wizard.
You gonna keep the beard?
Yeah.
Good.
I can't get rid of the beard at this point. It is now a contractual obligation. I'm the head of spirit mechanics. It's a contractual obligation.
Yeah.
That I actually have with the team, with my own team. I am not allowed to shave my facial hair because I look like a 12-year-old child. I get baby faced as fuck. Plus, it's my beard. I don't want to get rid of it. There's
Okay.
many like it, but this one's mine.
Strokes mustache.
Speaking of which, this is Grundle. He is my child and I love him.
Yes. Grundle's such a sweet boy. Yes. And Grundle approves the message to let baggage go.
Yes.
Hopefully this made a little bit of sense for y'all. Hopefully it cleared a couple of questions up that some of you might have had, especially over the weird feelings and the weird things that you've been seeing. Because on this side of the veil, we aren't the only things that are, having a fun go of it. Things that go bump in the night or that walk in shadow are actually able to, walk in the light because of the eclipse for another few more hours. So all things have a place. At least most things do. Thanks to everybody that joined in. And if y'all do have any other questions, please let us know. I'll take a look at a couple of the suggestions that y'all made in the comments as far as places that you could find us. And just as a reminder, you can catch our 300 level classes next weekend. It's going to be Sunday at 2 and 5. 2 is the crystal gridding class and 5 is advanced energies.
Would ask that if you are going to attend the gridding class, that you do bring some crystals. Obviously, you can do either of these classes online or in person, and it's not going to affect things either way, depending on which one you choose. You just need to be able to have a couple quartz crystals, an amethyst, a sodalite, rose quartz, basically the generalized mainstays. And if you don't, that's okay. We'll be doing demos and showing you guys how things work anyway. So
just as a reminder.
Reminder.
This is Grundle.
This is Grundle. He is my child and I love him.
This is Gimp Bear.
He is Tyree's child, and I don't know if
that's Gimp Bear. This is Hopper. This one is not been named yet because it hasn't gone to its owner yet.
But we here at Spirit Mechanics,
yes,
fully endorse awesome shit.
And I noticed a couple people asked where I was at tonight.
Tyree's right here.
I'm right here, but Tyree is taking a little step back from doing lives and being part of the Spirit Mechanics because Tyree had a major breakdown over the weekend, and I've got to find myself again before I can actually jump in and help you all.
We're proud of Tyree.
I love you guys, but I need time for me.
So, remember, we love you guys. Can you say the thing?
Oh, I'm supposed to say the thing? Which thing am I supposed to say?
So, remember.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And remember that those that have the power to change themselves have the power to change the world around themselves. Love y'all.
Love you guys.